Hey everyone, this is Alicia and welcome to my channel. This is a recreation of a gorgeous look by Tailormadejane that she posted on Instagram, so if you want to see how I recreated it, just keep on watching. First, I'm going to start by priming my lid using the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Deep Cool, and then I'm going to blend it out using my Real Techniques concealer brush. Now I'm just setting it in place using my Coty Airspun Translucent Setting Powder and my BH No. 3 brush from the Studded Elegance brush set. The first palette I'm going to use for this look is the Morphe 9S palette. I'm using a small brush and applying the shade Lighten Up as my brow bone highlight. I got this brush from a beauty supply store over 10 years ago, so I don't know the brand or what it's used for, but I like using it for this purpose. Now using my e.l.f. blending brush, I'm going to go into the Norvina Volume 3 palette and take the shade A3 and apply this as my transition shade. I think this is the perfect transition shade for medium to deep skin tones. I would like to mention that both the shades that I'm using from this palette for this look is a pressed pigment and is not intended for use around the eye area. I actually have a series coming up using all the Norvina palettes, so be on the lookout for that. Also, I want to apologize for me being cut off in majority of this tutorial. I forgot to lock my tripod and I didn't realize that I wasn't in frame until later on. Now I'm going back into the Morphe 9S palette. I'm going to apply the shade Unplugged above my crease using my BH No. 7 brush from the Studded Elegance brush set. I'm bringing the shade all the way into the inner part of my lid towards the bridge of my nose. Although I'm not really a fan of cool tone palettes, I actually had so much fun playing around with this palette. I didn't have any trouble blending out any of the shades. They were very pigmented, nor did they apply patchy. Now using my Morphe M139 brush, I'm applying the shade Keep It Cool to the outer portion of my crease and mainly focusing on the outer V area. I'm using patting motions to build up the shade before using small circular motions to blend it outwards. I'm making sure to carry it out a little past my natural crease so that you can still see the shade peeking through when my eyes are open. Using a tapered brush made this step ridiculously easy. Now I'm just going back in with my previous 3 brushes, starting with the BH No. 7 brush to blend out any harsh edges that was created once I placed down Keep It Cool. Then I'm going to go back in with some brow bone highlight, and then I'm going to go back in with my e.l.f. blending brush and the shade A3 from the Norvina palette to make sure that I continue to have a seamless blend, that nothing looks muddy, and that everything pretty much flows into each other. I want to make sure I'm keeping that gradient intact. Now using my Bare Escentuals Full Tapered Shadow Brush, I'm going to pat some of my Ulta concealer onto the bristles and then pat it onto my lid. This look didn't call for a sharp or defined cut crease, so that's why I opted not to carve out my lid. I'm taking the concealer and patting it slightly above my crease, as well as it bringing it out towards that navy blue shade that I just placed down. Taking an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, I'm going to apply the shade A3 to the inner third of my lid. I'm using patting motions to make sure the shadow adheres to the concealer that I just placed down. Afterwards, I'm going to flip the brush over to the other side and place the shade C3 right next to it and cover the rest of the concealer. I also wanted to mention that although these shades are pressed pigments, I did not have any issues with them staining my lids whatsoever. Now I'm going to alternate between both shades as well as my Morphe M139 and my BH number 7 brushes and the shades Unplugged and Keep It Cool to make sure the shades have no lines of demarcation and to also make sure nothing looks muddy or unblended. Make sure to slightly overlap and buff out the edges of each shade so they aren't so harsh. Now I'm going to create a sharp wing using my NYX Matte Black Liquid Liner. I'm pretty much just creating the outline on my lid before I bring it outwards and following the same direction of my lower lash line and just connect it. I have a wing liner tutorial that I'll link down below and as well as in the video if any of you struggle with creating the perfect wing. Now using the flat shade of an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow brush that normally comes with the palette, I'm going to pat the shades Sunday Vibes and PTO over the center shade on my lid. I used a bit of Smashbox primer water to make the shades pop more, as well as making sure that the shades stuck to my lid. I'm also going to take it slightly over my crease so that you can still see the shades peeking through as well. You can always go back in with your NYX liner to cover up if you got any shimmer on your wing. For lashes, I'm using my holy grail, which is the Loreal Double Extend Mascara to prime and coat my lashes. If you've been subscribed to me for a while or watched previous videos of mine, then you already know that I absolutely love this mascara. For my falsies, I'm going to use another holy grail of mine, which are the Rebel Access So Cute lashes. These lashes are so versatile, you can literally dress them up or down, and I fucking love that about these lashes. I actually have a discount code down below for anyone that wants to save money on their purchase. And no, I do not make money on you using my code, it is merely just to save you some money. To prep my lower lash line, I applied some more concealer and blended it out. And for my waterline, I'm using the Bare Minerals Absolute Black Lasting Line Liner. And then I'm going to use my e.l.f. Smudge Brush to take the shade Weekender and smudge it as close to my lash line as possible. I'm then going to follow up with my e.l.f. Blending Brush and the shade A3 to blend out how harsh it is. I'm applying the shades PTO and Sunday Vibes with the tip of my ABH brush to the inner portion of my lash line so that it's overlapping Weekender. I wanted a bit more sparkle, so I went in with the Profusion Silver Glitter Liquid Liner, and it just really enhanced the look, and it looks so beautiful when the light reflected off of it. I then went back in with my NYX liner and dragged my wing near my inner corner and inwards towards my nose. Now I'm applying mascara to my lower lash line, and this completes the look. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on your notifications. And I hope to see you all soon. Bye.